Yeah, I still
Okay.
haven't gotten an invite to Roll20. Have you launched it yet?
Yeah, it should be up.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. If you log into Roll20, it should be like near the top of your recently played games.
Yeah, it says Wednesday DOISP, but then it
Yeah.
says next not scheduled launch game.
Yeah. Just click launch game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. There we go.
All right. Hello.
Yeah,
Check.
we're up. We're on.
Okay. Cool.
Ah, there we go.
Sweet
I even
deal.
hear sound and everything. Hello.
Hooray!
Technical difficulties.
We appreciate your patience, people, but we have now successfully launched the campaign. I think.
Yep. I don't quite have everything set up exactly the way that I'd hoped, but at least we have something that we can work with.
It's fine. It'll work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is my green screen flaring up? Hold on, because I can fix this.
Looks fine here.
Yeah, I wish I could change my background out, but I've stapled these to my walls now, so can't really change it too quick. Oh, thank you. I like how it's the moment that someone goes to the bathroom is the moment that everything goes live.
Right?
Oh,
It's
right.
always the way.
That's how it goes
Nice.
every time.
Oh, don't mind Hoodie. He just came about this with us. He just decided to just leave the webcam off. Oh, he's on his way. He's on his way.
Uh, so okay.
Bear with us, folks. We are just about to start. We're just managing some things. It is after all our premiere episode tonight.
That fun technical difficulty stuff.
This will go smoother next time. Bum, 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 bum.
Wait, you say that and then everything blows up again.
Oh shit, my computer's smoking. Ah.
All right. So you guys should hopefully see a map of a place called Fandolin.
We
Maybe?
do.
Does it actually show up in Roll20?
I see it.
Yep.
It's
Yay!
reflected.
Okay.
Now, everybody, go to Shrine of Luck and let's pray for good luck this night.
All right. So now that I think I have everything kind of set up, welcome to Community D&D, hosted by me, Shadowed Mage. And so we'll go just down the row of webcams. Right below me is that should be Rock God. Rock God.
I am Rock God. Usually you can find me here on the channel in the chat, or maybe it's over there. I don't know. I am ready to play D&D tonight.
Awesome. And below Rock God is Hoodie, who is probably a new face to some of you in Chatland. Hoodie, why don't you say a little bit about what you do in the online sphere?
Sure. Hey, I'm Hoodie. I run a channel, No Quarter. We did our own D&D, and Shadowed has come into my chat various times. Wonderful viewer, and mentioned about a D&D campaign, and I love it so much. And so this is a absolute joy to be too. So hi. And I smack my mic.
Woohoo! Okay. And below Hoodie is Echo Alpha.
Good morning, good evening, good night, and hello and good afternoon. Yes, I am Alpha underscore X5, for many of you probably know me. Pardon me. Know me already by my clips and my everything. Yeah, so this is gonna be my very first online D&D campaign ever done. So it's gonna be a thrill and adventure. And what I do is not much. I pretty much just sit by my computer every day and just do shenanigans. You can find me over at Twitter at EchoAlpha_X5, or you can find me here on Twitch where I host and auto host many wonderful streamers, our another one included. And so yeah, beyond that, I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna be My character tonight is a drow elf assassin rogue by the name of Shakunas, who may or may not have ties to a former man of the underdark of, well, a man and an elf, for those. For the man is known by many names by now. But you may all know him as Rayuvi Darkrasa, of whom GC Darksa Ra once, during the rise of Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
So our characters may have crossed paths on one occasion before, but to what end? Well, stick around and find out. And yeah, I then will lay it down to you. Kilobytes.
Yep. Kilobyte.
Anybody home down there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Kilobyte. Most people here probably know me. And you can catch me streaming sometimes on twitch.tv/Kilobyte. And I'm playing the rogue swashbuckler Vance Van Vandervan. Should be fun.
Oh, the Vandevans.
Yep.
I'm a fan of any alliterative name.
Yep.
It's great. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So I think Echo and Kilobyte, you kind of mentioned who you two are playing. Hoodie and Rockad, I don't think you really introduced your characters, so why don't you do that? Rockad, you want to go ahead?
Sure, I am playing Malik Halamarodin. He is a elf ranger, kind of. He's not really all that old, but he looks kind of grizzled. Like he's only about 100, which is fairly young for an elf. But he looks like he's lived a hard life in those 100 years. Dresses fairly nice. He's got nice nice traveler's clothes, gloves, boots, the whole thing. A lot of blues and blacks, but they look old. They're like out of style a little bit. They look like they were nice once. Carries a bow on his back and two very ornate swords on his left side. One that has a pommel made of ivory and the other one that has a pommel made of ebony.
Okay, Hoodie.
I am playing Isel Moldleaf, a Asimar, I don't know which way you want to go with it, but half celestial, half human, warlock, tome, Pact of the Tome, and yeah, celestial warlock. likes to fancy himself. Didn't really graduate from the chantry. Couldn't make it to quite being a cleric, but loved reading, and in doing so, found his patron through books. And in doing so, kind of brought this holiness into himself almost forcefully. He likes talking more than he likes fighting. Most of the time, he has pretty much hidden himself inside of his kind of dusty, dingy, used to be white clerical robes, and has just a large tome chained to his body that he keeps kind of on his side. Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. So, well, let's start things off here. So, nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case of the need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple doors down from the inn, posted outside the townmaster's hall, is a job board for adventurers. And our party here are have already become somewhat renowned adventurers from the Sword Coast. They had found themselves working together in the past and now have found their way to the town of Phandalin. And they are they are currently gathered in the main room of the Stonehill Inn. So, they have just recently arrived the previous day and have stayed over in the inn, and are now gathered to try and decide what to do next. A short, friendly human stands behind the main desk of the inn, and you know him by his name of Toblin Stonehill. What would you guys like to do?
I'll say hi.
Okay. Hi. Hello. How are you doing today?
Pretty good yourself?
Oh, well, you folks are about my only business currently. You mentioned that last night when you checked in that you were adventurers. Are you here to investigate the dragon sightings?
Obviously. Where can I find more information about that?
Well, you'll be wanting to talk to the town master. You've probably seen his building a couple doors down.
Oh, okay. Cool.
There's
Well,
various adventuring jobs posted on a board outside his place. You'll probably be wanting to look into those. You certainly seem like you're probably capable adventurers, but I don't know if you'd be wanting to tussle with a dragon.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
Depends on the day.
just quietly shaking my head no, reading my book, just like out.
uncertain I am. I must confirm with the others upon some. But judging from the word of my companion here, we shall be taking a pass at that for now.
I that's probably a good idea. Um, well, uh, will you folks be wanting to stay more nights?
I don't really know.
Hmm.
I have a question. So you mentioned the job board outside.
Hmm.
Roughly how many jobs do you say are on that bad boy?
There's probably about 3 or 4 on there at the moment.
Hmm. We might want to go take a look at that before we commit to any more late night lodgings, I guess.
I suppose that's fair.
But can I get a glass, please?
Uh,
Whatever lager that you have that's the cheapest.
sure. I can give you just a regular ale. It'd be just 2 copper for you.
Okay. Do you have tap water?
Tap water? What is this
Okay,
tap
no,
water?
I understand. Listen, I came from a bit more of a blessed life before this, and I'm used to a bit more. It's fine, my man. I will take the lager, thank you, and I'll slide across 2 copper
And then he
begrudgingly.
grabs out what then apparently looks to be like probably like a 20-ounce mug from behind the desk, and he walks over to a big old barrel and pours out what looks to be kind of like a dark, ruddy, frothy ale into the mug, and slams it off and passes it over to you. All right, there you go.
I'll kind
What
of
time
touch
of
it
day is it?
daintily.
Pardon me.
What time of day is it?
It is morning, probably about 10 a.m.
I'm gonna throw down. I'm gonna throw down 3 silver.
His eyes kind of open wide, and he goes, "That's a decent amount of money there."
Right. Well, I want 2 gins, and with the rest, I want as much bacon as that'll buy.
Gin, we don't really have that here. All we really have is the ale. But I'll go back to the kitchen and see if we can wrestle
All
you
right,
up some bacon.
Then 4 ales, and as much bacon as that'll buy.
All right, well you got it. It'll
My
take
good
me
man.
it'll take me a bit of a while to wrestle up that bacon though. So are you
Well,
okay with waiting?
Maybe while we're waiting, we can go look at the job board.
Well, all right. I mean, and then they like he reaches across on the desk and he just kind of like takes the coins and then kind of like shuffles backwards out from behind the desk in the bar and goes off towards the kitchen.
Ooh, I want to get his attention before he leaves.
Yeah,
Sure.
As
I would also like an ale, but I want to see if I can roll my persuasion to convince him to give it to me for free.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so according to I get a +8 on my persuasion, so it's 1d20 plus 8.
Yep.
Okay.
While he returns to us,
14.
where he goes to his chicken. Shakunas, he leans over the counter and just goes, I hope you have much as bacon as you possibly can have, because that man, he eats a lot of bacon. A man loves bacon.
Oh well.
It is a lot, so you better rush on.
Yeah. Well, for this amount of money, it'll probably be all of the bacon I have. Yeah, he's buying me right out. And
I've warned him time and time again to not eat so much bacon. And he just shrugs off and goes to sit down and just starts to fiddle with his weaponry and gear just to check it all again.
and anyways, he goes over to pour Malik his ale, and he's kind of has this look on his face, and as he finishes pouring the ale, and he passes the mug over, and he's like, "Well, Yeah, I suppose I can give this to you, but you'll have to be doing me a favor later on.
You
Favor.
talking to me?
Yep.
I'm sure that could be arranged.
Yeah. So no charge for the moment, I suppose, but I'll be looking forward to you making good on that favor someday.
Excellent.
As the guy starts to shuffle out,
Yep.
I'm gonna slam my book shut and just kind of look down the table and be like, "You know that you both asked that man to kill like 4 pigs for you, right? That's going to be so much. Do you know how much bacon goes for? Do you know how much 2 silver? Oh my god, it's so much money. Okay, well, should we go look at the job board? Will that man slaughter some pigs?"
Yes.
And I'll stand up, kind of scooting away from the bar.
Shakuna just stands up and just inspects his gear, just nods and just crosses his arms and just waits for the others to march him.
I'm gonna get up and follow Issel out.
Yeah, I'll lead the way out to the job board.
I will also follow.
Okay. In that case, then, as you exit the inn, there is a road running down to the east, and there's kind of a a town square, or kind of like it's not really a square so much as a circle maybe, off to the west, and then 2 buildings down to the south is the townmaster's hall. And so you kind of, yeah, down there.
Oh,
So you're at the inn there. The hall's down here. So you walk down, and you gaze at the townmaster's hall. It has sturdy stone walls, a pitched wooden roof, and a bell tower at the back. The job board next to the front door features a sparse number of notices, all written in common and in the same hand.
somebody. Well, as they approach us, that's Shakuna just go. Looks puzzled at the job board. He's go. This seems oddly peculiar. As if somebody is desperate.
I don't know. Have you seen the state of this whole town? I think everyone's desperate here.
Indeed.
Desperation usually leads to opportunity.
I'll bend down and start just reading all of the job notices immediately.
Okay.
Well, we were not the one who bought all the bacon at the Stonehill Inn for 2 silver coins. So clearly they have not lot to offer us in terms of wager if should we take this job they have for us on guarding the dragon.
I mean, at this point, I'll take at least 1 gold for anything.
No, you guys keep giving me shit, but I was gonna share with you. You do know that, right?
Oh, well, that's relieving. I can eat more dead pig.
All right. So as you take a look at the notices on the board, you see 3 pinned up there at the moment. One has a title across the top that says Umbridge Hill. Another has a title saying Nomengard. And another says The Dwarves' Excavation. Does any of those catch your eye in particular?
The dwarf one sounds interesting.
Sure. If you take a closer look at that one, you find that it reads Dwarven prospectors have found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here, and have been working on an archaeological dig seeking treasure and relics. They need to be warned that a dragon has moved into the area. Take the warning to them and then return to Townmaster Harbin to collect a reward of 50 gold.
So we just walk to a place for 50 gold. I can do that. Sounds great.
And the other two, what were the names again? The other two.
The other two were Nomengard and Umbrage
Nomengard.
Hill.
Kudos takes a rather curious look upon the Umbrage Hill.
Sure. That one reads, the local midwife, an acolyte of Chantia named Adabra Gwyn, lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of a hill a few miles south of Phandalin. With the sightings of the dragon becoming more common, it's not safe for her to be there alone. Please urge Adabra to return to Phandalin. Once she's safe, visit Townmaster Harbin, and you can claim a reward of 25 gold.
And this one requires some persuasion. I select the first one. The first one was walking for 50 gold. I can do that.
And it seems like with this one, we have to do more for less.
Well, you can carry her, surely. So at least there's that.
You don't like the idea of a potential damsel in distress, though.
I mean, wherever you guys go, I'll follow, and then I'll take a look at the last one that's there.
The Nomengard one?
Yeah.
Nomengard. A clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Nomengard are known for their magical inventions, and they might even have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin will pay you 50 gold for it.
Okay, so this one's walking to a place, getting a thing, and also getting money? What's going on here? This is crazy. I love this town.
Is there somebody walking around nearby that is familiar with the area?
Walking around, eh?
Yeah. I want to try to find out from somebody how, which is, how far away the midwife's place is compared to all these other places, because
I'd kind of like to know the direction of each one of these places is in.
Well,
Yes.
I know she's south of here, but I don't know how far south.
Okay. Okay.
Are we also in front of a building?
Yeah.
The place that we are does it look like there's someone inside? Because this is like
Yes, Townmaster Harbin would likely be inside.
okay.
Oh, we can always go talk to him.
Yeah. If there's someone walking around, easy solution, but if not, can acquire within.
Because maybe these are all sort of conveniently located near enough to each other, we can just knock out all three of them.
If they're in a row,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh, gold.
That'd be like 125 gold.
The more gold we can procure, the more bacon our companion can have.
Well, you guys do love bacon.
I prefer not to eat bacon. I do not know the smell of bacon after watching him make it so many times. It's just no. But I do not reject the possibility of procuring more gold for probably upgrading our weaponry and equipment.
I will agree with you. I have eaten only garden salads since we've started this whole bacon journey, so can't wait.
So, as you guys are kind of standing by the job board and just kind of like reading the notices and looking around, you do see a what looks to be probably about a 30 to 40-year-old human male dressed in dirty clothes and carrying mining equipment, walking south down along the road behind you.
Draculas notices the man and says, "Oh, pardon. Pardon me, good sir. Pardon me. We haven't do. Can you spare a moment?"
And then he notices you talking to him, and then he kind of like almost like steps back and almost falls over, and he says, "You talking to me?"
Yes. Pardon for start, but we're wondering upon. Are you coming from the mine? Well, yes, of course you're coming from the nearby mine, but
Yeah, yeah. I'm just a mine worker. You guys look like you're important people. Maybe you should probably just
yeah,
uh
bear no fear, my good man. Bear no fear. We're not going to rob you. But we have some questions regarding what we have what we have read upon the job upon the job order.
make a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
So you should have a persuasion ability or
Eh,
skill on your character sheet as a modifier, and so it's the d20 plus that.
mhm. 23.
Ooh.
Jesus.
So his very concerned expression kind of like smooths out and fades away a bit, and he says, "Well, uh, you certainly startled me, but if you're looking for help or something to do anything with the job notices board, the adventures and whatnot, you'll certainly be wanting to talk to Tom Nestor Hubin. He's probably inside. He rarely comes out anymore. What with the dragon sightings."
Regarding the dragon sightings, how long has it been? How long has it been since the last sighting of the dragon?
The last sighting of the dragon, handful of days, 3 or 4 maybe, but it never comes too close. We just see it up in the sky, flying around near the mountains. But
What color of dragon is it?
um, we think it's a white dragon. It doesn't look all too big for a dragon, but I don't want to be getting anywhere too close to find out just exactly how big it is.
Fair enough.
Well, we appreciate your time. We'll most certainly shall be talking to the town master.
All right, well,
And
good.
Shakuros, he, as a gesture of goodwill, he takes out 5 copper coins and hands it to the man. Just as a
Oh, well, thank you. Well, good luck on your quests. And then he runs off, quite happy to have received some coin.
I'll walk.
Shakuros just shakes on his head and just oddballs. And he just turns toward the others and just go, well, since this town master shall have all the answers we seek probably regarding this upon our board here.
Yeah, I'll walk open to the door that's there, and I'll just open it and kind of motion to the group. Shall we?
I'll walk in.
Same here.
That's
Okay. So you find that the door is actually locked.
So I'll start to open it and be like, and then try and open it again, and then be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's closed for today, or something."
And
And
then
I'll just step away from the door.
well, and then I after you've kind of rattled the door in its frame, you hear a voice call out to you from the other side. If you're a dragon, know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal.
Does
We're not a dragon. Open the door.
does a dragon open your door regularly? What do you think is happening here?
I'm not opening the door for anyone these days. I'm much too scared of the dragon.
Jesus Christ! We just
Can I
want
pick the lock on the door?
We just want to know about the jobs on the board.
Well, I'm quite happy to give you any more information about the jobs on the door on the board. Just I'll just stay in here and we can talk through the door.
I would love it if we didn't have to scream through the door.
Yeah, this is very grating on my lungs.
Shakunos, it doesn't say anything, but he takes a step back and goes away from the party for a moment to just check if there are any nearby windows that are open or probably able to be viewed from to see towards the entrance. So the townspeople will probably see that we are not dragons.
So it's a stone-walled building, and
But surely must have walls.
But like
windows. I mean windows. Of course, windows. Though.
Yeah. So there's basically only like tiny like they could barely even be considered windows. Like they would be too small for even like a gnome to get through, and they're like right up like near underneath the roof, kind of like 3 on each side of the building.
Can I pick the lock?
Sure.
I'm gonna give you guidance as you start to come by me. Just kind of reach a hand out.
Okay. So that should be so picking a lock is a dex check plus your any kind of like thieves tools proficiency that you have.
I do have a proficiency with thieves tools.
Okay.
And don't forget the D4.
Yeah.
And the D what, huh?
So
I gave you guidance as you came by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I roll dex check, so it's 1d4 plus 4, and then a d4 as well.
Well, so it's a d20 plus your dexterity modifier plus it's probably 2 or 3 for proficiency.
My dex bonus is plus 4.
Or well, but for the thieves tools.
Oh,
yeah, your dex, your proficiency, which is plus 2, and then the d4.
Okay, so I get a plus 2 for the okay.
Yeah, so it'd be d20 plus 6 plus d4.
$22.
That's what you get when you're watching new people trying out D&D for the first time live on stream.
Yeah. All right. So your lockpick slides into the lock quite easily, and within a matter of seconds, you find that you were able to successfully pick the lock. But then, of course, on the other side, Harbin is like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Just gonna smile and wave.
Once I get the door unlocked, I'm gonna swing it open and with a grand gesture wave at him.
All right. So the door flies open, and all of a sudden, like you both hear and see like this robed figure just kind of like fall back from the door, having been hit down by the door.
See, we aren't dragons. Easy. You could have just opened the door, but instead we had to open it, and it was so much more difficult.
Well, and he just sputters, and he's completely flustered. Finally, after a couple moments, he manages to regain some composure, and he says, "Well, I guess if you're already standing there, you might as well come in and close the door behind you and lock it."
Yeah. I was just gonna say I'll put out my hand and grab his arm and pull him up.
And he accepts your gesture, and he stands up.
We are not yet. Well, of course, we have been hearing rumors and speculations regarding this dragon sightings of recent late. And it has been sighted for now for like 3 to 4 days now. What has it? Of course, its appearance is frightening to the townsfolk, yes, but have you encountered it up close to that you have been so frightened and locked the door to the town's hall?
Ah, well, the 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 dragon, it seems to just lash out sporadically over actually the past mm, few weeks now, I guess. But it only seems to there only seems to be incidents every few days, probably when it's hungry. Um, but we can regularly see it flying around the mountains near Icespire Peak. Uh, it, it seems to have made its lair there somewhere, probably some old ruins.
Oh, wait, did you say every few days? And it hasn't been seen in 4 or 5 days. So that's definitely more than a few. I don't want to go outside walking in this. That's horrifying.
Well, so now you see my point. Now you see why I'm locking myself in here.
Yeah, I didn't have to lock myself in a room. I'll be fine if I just sit inside the inn and drink some more lager, but, I get it.
Well,
Not that much.
well, not to mention with the arrival of the dragon, the dragon has caused a nearby orc tribe that used to be in the mountains to come down from the mountains, and the orcs have been ransacking stuff too. So it's not just the dragon, you know.
What I'm being told here is that I'm not just walking from place to place and getting free money. Oh, that's so disappointing. I'll just kind of open my book again and just kind of tune out.
How many people was this dragon attacked?
Well, anyways, let's do our business and be done with this. I'd rather get back to my own business, you know?
How many people has this dragon attacked?
Uh, I'm not sure if I can actually say for certain because none of the attacks have actually come down particularly close to Phandalin as of yet. But yeah, I'm praying to whatever gods will hear me that the dragon doesn't come and attack Phandalin proper. But
So we're talking about a dragon that hasn't attacked anybody yet.
oh no, it's been attacking other settlements in the area and like picking off travelers along the roads.
and orc tribes.
Well, it scattered the orc tribe that lived in the mountains. Yes, it took over their area.
You know about how far away it's been?
Icespire Peak?
No. The last attack.
Oh, how far away was the last attack? Oh, well, it was probably perhaps between 5 and 10 miles away.
The book shuts quickly. Free money again is what I'm hearing. Okay.
So we're talking about a dragon that hasn't come around here yet. That hasn't bothered anybody, other than 5 or 10 miles away. I'm not really concerned about him right now. What I want to know is about the jobs out on the board there, because I know that I'm in need of supplies, and in order to get those supplies, I'm going to need some money.
Yes, more about the money. I like that a lot.
Yes, sure. Well, what is the information you're wanting to know about those notices?
All of them.
All of
Specifically, how close by each other are they?
Oh, well, so the one for about Adabra at Umbridge Hill. Well, that would be maybe about 6 or 7 miles. Uh, Almost just only slightly southeast of here. That one's probably the closest. Um, the dwarven excavation in the mountains is probably about it's probably more like 20 miles away to the southwest, and uh, going to the gnomes in the southeast is probably about 13 miles away to the southeast.
Okay, so it sounds to me like we could probably hit the midwife, not literally, but her place, and then keep going to the gnome place, and then kind of swing a westerly direction to the dwarf mines.
Well, we do have to bring her back, which is, the negative to that quest.
Well,
but
we
can
just
get
have
horses.
to convince her to go back. We don't have to take
Ooh.
her.
Ooh, I like the way you think.
And I can be very persuasive.
I see a plan coming together, and I see lots of money from it. So, okay, great. This is excellent.
Well, I must quote the one. As a man once I knew a long time ago who kept always saying when he had a plan, I love when my plan comes together.
Well, now that I think on it, I think someone may have already gone to talk to Deborah. I'm not sure though. And then he
If
gets
she hasn't come back, we're still willing to get that money. Don't worry about it. We've got the quest now. If she comes back between now and whenever, it's our money.
Well, I suppose that can be arranged when she comes back. Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair nuance.
Okay, well, I guess we should.
And then he kind of like takes a step back, and then he kind of like gets a better look at each of you, and he says, "You know, you seem like you might be capable adventurers. I'm not sure if I caught your names. What are they?"
I am Vance Van Vandervan.
Esil Moldleaf, and I'll hold out a hand that I don't expect to be shook.
And he actually does like reach out, and he takes her hand, and it's like not a very firm handshake, but it's a handshake nonetheless.
I'll go just very loose with it then, and not kind of throw it away.
Okay.
Shakunas just lays a hand upon his chest and go, Shakunas.
I
And
will cross my arms and not offer him a hand and say, Malik Elamarodin.
Yes. I think I may have heard or read of your names before. I think I've heard that you've done some adventuring off to the northeast along the Sword Coast and whatnot. So you know, if you want my advice, I think going to the dwarfs is probably the most interesting of the three.
Wait, the dwarves, that's not the one with the free magic item, is it?
Well, but they're doing an archaeological dig. Much better chance for treasure and artifacts, if you ask me, than leaving it up to the inventions of gnomes.
That's a fair point.
Far as I can recall, the 25 gold reward that was for the midwife, and the 50 were for the mine and the gnomes.
Yeah, the dwarves are the furthest away, for sure. So
I would still think we should probably fetch the midwife and have her come here before we endeavor upon the others first.
Well, her place is really close, so I mean, we can swing by there on our way.
And if we do have to escort her back, we can always, get horses here with the reward money and make the trips faster. If it comes down to it.
Also true.
well, and certainly you folks do know that if you need anything before you leave town, you should certainly be stopping by Barthen's general store, his provisions place, near the north edge of town.
Oh, can you offer us any type of adventuring discount, perhaps?
Oh, well,
Maybe a sigil, a ring, something to prove that we came from you.
well, just if you tell Barthen that you're adventurers and that you've so rudely entered my hall here, I'm sure he'll be
You
inclined.
did not provide us any choice.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Shakunas's chest and just go, just let it go. Just let it go.
Just, just, just go see Barthen. Maybe stop by the shrine too. And then in a huff, he like turns away and he goes back into a back room and slams the door. Now, please leave.
I'll go to leave, but as I do, I want to kind of go back to his door and be like, "Don't trust in gods; they're not really that great." And then I'll go and exit his place.
Okay.
And so Shikuna says, "This is one strange town master."
So, do any of you need anything? Because I'm running a little light on money right now, and I don't necessarily need anything. So,
Yes, I'd like to save all of my money for, I don't know, literally anything else. So I think I'm good.
all right.
I'm pretty stocked.
As am I. I believe in. And judging by our reputation, we probably are already known by the provisioner. But I believe we should visit this midwife and see if we can have her return before we endeavor upon the mine or the gnome god.
Yeah, all right, let's go do that.
Okay. It is now 9:30 my time, so by my count we have about and a little less than an hour and a half probably before we want to wrap things up for the evening. Does anybody want to take like a 5-minute break?
I'm good on this one.
Because
I'm okay, but if people want to do that, that's fine.
Yeah, same here.
I wouldn't mind a 5-minute break just to use the facilities.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Then
fine.
Okay.
facilitate away.
All right. So we shall recommence in 5 minutes.
Did we just move everything around on the Zoom, or was it
Oh,
made?
no,
Alright,
he muted the output for the stream.
I think
I
the
know.
audio should be back now.
Anybody home? Anybody out there, people? Are you watching this stream? Well, welcome to the community premiere of the D&D with, yes, you know who we are anyway. Hello.
We talked for so long. It's fine. There's so many good plugs.
I must apologize for my voice, but I have trouble bearing a single mind. I have so many minds and so many personalities. I could probably do one of our neighbors. I'll work on this channel if you wanted to do that, do you?
Yeah, I would appreciate being able to just throw throw dwarves at things. I think that would be fun. I don't think I've ever gotten to do that in a campaign. I don't think I've had a campaign with a dwarf in it, so I haven't had the pleasure of actually throwing a dwarf at something. That sounds great.
Yeah, well, if you ask the chat, probably you're gonna learn about my. We had a D&D reviewers I don't know if it was a year or two ago. So I was doing a dwarf paladin who was named Tomdar Ironbeard. And he has a bloody good Scottish accent. It was bloody thick and it probably was unbearable to understand. Good God, man. I do love it.
I'm back. Did we win D&D?
Yeah, we won. It's over.
Nice. Sweet.
We have wreaths and it's great. Flowers are given out.
And you have plenty of bacon to feast upon tonight, laddie boy.
And Shadow, don't even sweat about the tech, because believe me, it can that can always be improved. That is not anything that ever needs to be worried about. Everyone has that bad tech night, man.
I appreciate the confidence, Bruno. I appreciate the confidence.
Are we all back?
I think Kilobyte is.
We need the bite.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm gonna ask the crew how was everybody feeling about our first premiere?
It's always nerve-wracking to play around people you don't know, just because you don't know. Like, I fell into in my D&D group, I fell into like the leadership role, and now I don't. It's always easy when you know what you're doing or like what your character's kind of goals and motivations are. Now I'm playing with a new character in a new group, and it's like you're just trying to find your sea legs.
Yeah,
it's fun. I really like this.
Yeah, same here. So it's my first real campaign on the Roll20, and if I had to choose between Roll20 or tabletop, like in person, I'm gonna have to say Roll20 because it's more interactive. You can just it's just more interactive. I can't say anything more on that one, but yeah.
I'm surprised. Like you were saying, you prefer Roll20. That's right.
I would prefer to do D&D online.
Fair enough.
But I haven't done enough role playing, like proper role playing either. So
yeah.
The last time I did that, I was doing Magic the Gathering D&D, and that was many years back. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say a heartfelt thanks to Arvid Adewang for having me, having had me for sometimes for the D&D with viewers, and I'm gonna thank Shadow Mage for giving me a chance to join this campaign because I am the only European on this very campaign.
Yes.
Rest of the lot are Americans. For God's sake, they are surviving the old.
I'm Canadian.
Well, North Americans.
Well, North Americans, who gives a shit? They don't practically neighbors, really. And the clock here right now, it is 04:39 in the morning, and I have two neighbors who probably are soon going to be banging on the door because of this. But I don't give a shit. So let's continue.
Putting on those late night hours. Oh, and thank you for DMing, Shadow. It's always it's such a hard job to DM. So thank you so much.
Well, see, from tonight, what I've learned is, at least for me, dungeon mastering, not that hard. Streaming, oh my god, that's an ordeal.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for literally everything to fail in order, individually.
Hey, at least we're here now. It's only been 2 weeks.
Streaming and DMing, that's quite the combination.
But anyway, the adventure must continue. So I give away to the Shadow Master.
All right. So, we're all back and ready to go, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Just wanted to
I
make
am
sure.
ready to go insane again, yes.
Just wanting to make sure.
What do you know, really?
Oh, and I apologize for my all the voices I'm doing tonight, but I am wearing actually a Crash Bandicoot shirt. Let's go
Nice.
on Insanity Beach. So I'm nuts. What can I say? I love to be nuts.
Okay. So, let's see here. You guys are exiting the Town Master's Hall, and
Yes.
with an intention to try to go off to Umbridge Hill to find Adabra, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to do a marching order out of the town?
Yeah,
Is that something?
I was just
Okay.
double checking a couple details as to things that are supposed to happen when you go to leave town.
Okay.
But it looks like unless you specifically want to stop for anything, that you are now free to leave town.
I don't need anything.
I think we decided we're just gonna go outside of town now and just go on.
Oh no, you have to go back for your bacon.
Oh yeah,
You got so much bacon, and that dude is just waiting. Just a big old mound of bacon.
Well, at least we're gonna have lunch break now.
All right.
Go
So going back for
It's
your bacon.
It's fine. It'll be there when we get back. It's all
Oh,
right.
all right then.
You'll-
Please. So let's.
you'll
I mean,
find
it,
later.
it does keep for a while, surely.
Well, it did say you haven't had anything.
Well, it's only been like a half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour real life. But come on, this is D&D.
No, it's been a half an hour of D&D time too.
Oh Christ! Well,
All right, so you're good if we just leave then. I don't want to ruin your appetite or your bacon.
No, come on, let's get out of here.
All right.
Leaving without the bacon. Okay.
well, he paid in silver, so it better be there when we get back. Well, for him anyway.
Guys, just keeping it warm for an entire day.
So I need to get. What the hell is that other map?
So I would say if we're going to do a marching order, I would like to be somewhere near the back, maybe second to last.
Okay.
I could not care less.
I'm gonna be reading a book the whole time, so whoever I can automatically kind of just follow whoever is in front of me.
I'll go first because why not?
I'll probably go like the second to last. So who this guy?
Oh, you took my spot. That's the first thing I said.
You just snuck in
No.
there. You didn't even know.
That's fine. We can walk next to each other. I don't care.
So,
It'll be like a diamond shape. It'll be Vance in the front, and then me and you, and then Issel in the back.
Yeah, or wherever I can read a book and just follow people will be superb.
Big bad wolf, eat your heart out.
Squeakiest chair.
While we're waiting for the Roll 20 and all that, I'm gonna have to say warm welcome to our newest member of the Argonauts, to new quarters, aka Hoodie.
Thank you.
Who subscribed at the tier 2 level.
I learned about all the inspiration stuff. It's gotta happen. I gotta be able to inspire fellow cohorts.
yeah.
Inspirations is golden.
Inspiration.
La 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 la.
Reminder that if anybody has inspiration, you are quite welcome to use it for this campaign.
And that includes the players who can inspire each other but not themselves.
Correct. Okay, so I believe I have put a map of the area of the Sword Coast in the area of kind of Neverwinter and Phandalin and the Sword Mountains. So please tell me you guys see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a map.
Good.
Oh. If I may make a little side note on the whole thing, I like Arvin and everyone with Tolkien and all that. I am an absolute fanatic for Forgotten Realms, and every time you mention the Sword Coast, I always look upon the northern region, the icy region, or some bizarre regions. I have no idea why. I just automatically assume Icewind Dale almost.
Well, Icewind Dale is Icewind Dale. The Sword Coast is, like what? Neverwinter down through Calimport?
Luskan, I believe. Luskan is
Yeah.
already in north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, you guys were in Phandalin.
Yeah.
And so all you know is that you wanted to go to Umbridge Hill, which was somewhere off in this direction.
Alright, so Ralph here?
Yeah. So, Rock God, you're playing a ranger, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. That effectively means that there's no chance of you guys getting lost.
I'm not looking where I'm going. It's good.
Yeah, well, my previous D&D, I got killed, and I didn't have a map, so yeah. It's good to have a map. And ranger. Oh, and yeah, I don't have a pesky halfling bothering me all over.
So we're just walking, right?
Yep. So you
I'll
know
turn
that
around.
Umbridge Hill is about roughly 5 or 6 miles southeast of Phandalin. So it will take you some standard walking time. So it'll take you a couple hours, roughly, I guess. An hour-ish, maybe, to get there.
So as we're walking, I'll say, Issel, what are you reading?
Oh, well, you see, I found this book quite a few years back now, and it just keeps seeming to have new information in it, and I really do like reading. I think at this point, I'll flip a page back and forth, kind of like I wasn't actually paying attention to it. I think at this point, Charlotte's taking off her undergarment and handing it over to Rudolph, who is undoing his... well, it's kind of raunchy right now, but it's not normally like that. This is the tome that I always seem to carry around. It's been with me since I found it.
It is not what I expected.
Well, it's quite compelling, honestly. Sometimes it goes into about false deities, and sometimes it goes into ancient lore, and this time it seems to be about a raunchy, well, sexual scene between two consenting adults. So that's great, I guess. But, as I read it, it changes slowly.
Maybe it's. Have you ever heard of those magic shops that when you walk in, they have exactly what you need specifically?
I've definitely heard of those.
Maybe this book is like one of those. Like it knows what you need at that point in your in time, and that's what it says on the page. Maybe sometimes it will be a spell. Maybe sometimes it will be smut. Who knows?
Well, I apologize for my current subconscious state. I didn't really mean that. Ooh. Maybe if I try and concentrate harder, the next page will have something fun on it.
This page sounds like it's pretty fun to me.
Oh, fair point. Yeah. All right. And I'll just kind of go back and I'll flip the page again. Oh, no, it's more smut.
Well, you do just live your life through that book, practically.
Oh, books are great, of course. Why wouldn't you live your life through a book? I mean, if I had my choice, I'd only live my life through books and not this horrible walking thing that we seem to be doing.
Well, I can think of one another who would probably do that. Although I do believe he is a deity.
Oh. Oh, which one?
I don't have to call his name, but he's a one of an oddly sort I have heard, but he was a compelling one. Well beyond was probably one of the few things I heard when I came from the Underdark to the land of Neverwinter and so forth.
Well, I hope he's definitely on one of these pages. Sorry.
I do hope not, because he is a man of, he was a man of kindness. And Chakuras doesn't say anything more because it's just going to turn to Cap all over.
Yeah, I'll just kind of flip another page. Well, I hope he's on one of these pages. He sounds like a wonderful person.
Okay, so you guys have a relatively uneventful trip until you reach the area of Umbridge Hill.
Uneventful? Have you heard what this? Yeah.
Well, aside from your conversation, of course.
To say the least.
So, built on the slope of Umbridge Hill is an old stone windmill surrounded by an iron fence. However, a large winged monster with a spiky tail is circling around the windmill. A woman appears in a second floor window, waves at you, and yells, "Have you come to help?"
I just immediately turn around. Oh, well, this place is occupied. Goodbye.
Do we know what the winged creature is?
Yeah, sure. You recognize this as a manticore.
Oh, goody.
Oh, yes.
Great.
So,
how far between the tower and well, how far from the tower is the Manticore circling?
it's making tight circles right around in the sky above, like around the windmill. So, and then like it's like when it notices you guys approach, it actually stops and it lands on like the top of the windmill and like lets out a roar.
How long has that been there?
It kind of appeared maybe this morning. I haven't been able to leave. It keeps trying to get in, trying to get to me.
This is why you should have left in the first place. You know that, right?
But this is my home. Why would I leave?
Because literally that.
It's all that damn dragon's fault.
What is your name?
I'm Adabra. I thought you were here probably to come and see me. I thought you would know that.
Oh shit!
We did. We were just making sure.
I don't know if this is worth 50 gold.
I'm going to draw my swords.
Yeah, I'll pull out a focus. Or I think the tome is my focus. Warlocks, man.
Yeah, Shakuna's going to pull out his crossbow and just prepare to fire.
Well, it looks like we're going to try and help. Maybe. I don't want to. Oh, I'll look to the group.
Well, we have come this far, and we cannot stop now. So it has seen us. So
the
might
somewhat
as well try and slay this beast.
the somewhat human face, but with its gaping maw of the manticore, opens its mouth and actually calls down to speak to you, saying, "Come to rob me of my potential dinner, have you?"
Can I try to use my persuasion to convince him to leave?
Well, what would you want to say to him to try and make him leave? I'm fine with this idea. I just want to have an idea of what you're trying to say.
Right. Clearly, sir, you do not want to eat her because she probably doesn't taste very good. You could probably find better food that way, and I'll point in a random direction.
I will actually need to know what direction you point because this is important.
South.
South? Okay.
Yep.
But I've already flown all this way, and she does look appetizing enough for an empty stomach.
But
What
looks
makes you
can
so
deceive.
sure that there will be food that way?
Because I saw a bunch of animals that way that looked very tasty.
I'm not so
I'm
sure.
totally not making that up at all.
I'm not so sure if I believe you. I've been driven from the mountains to the east due to the increasing range of that pesky white dragon. It keeps stealing on my food, and me and my mate are getting ever so hungry.
Well, I have it on good authority that this woman does not taste good.
But I am hungry now.
It's hard to interrupt a moment because Leinster also group and let's go. What about the orc group that the townsman described to us earlier?
Yeah, it's orcs. There's orcs over there. Orcs are tasty. They're meatier.
Orcs are delightful. They're broader, they're meatier, they bear more flesh for you to feast on.
And nobody likes them, so they won't care if you eat them.
Nodding enthusiastically in the background.
All right, so since Malik and Shakunis are both trying to make this point to the Manticore, Malik, you kind of started this persuasion, so I'll have you make the persuasion check.
Nope, Vance.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, it was Vance.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Vance, you make the
character. Who dis?
Yeah. So Vance will make a persuasion check, and you can have advantage on this due to being helped.
Okay. So advantage means
Roll twice, take the higher one.
okay. That's what I thought, but I just thought I'd double check. So I got a 20
Hey, look, people! I've already inspired my companion.
and a 10.
That-
So I'll go with the 20.
Yeah. Okay. So the manticore considers what you're saying, and it says, mm, "You do have somewhat of a point. There is a matter of that dragon who keeps picking off all of the good deer and other tasty animals. Would you be considering to deal with this dragon yourselves at some point? Because if you do, then I perhaps will leave you be for now."
Yeah, I think that is on our to-do list.
Hey, you go eat the orcs, and we'll go kill the dragon.
Well, yes, I suppose this is feasible for now. I'll be seeing you later. And then it flaps its wings and it comes up off of the top of the windmill and soars off to the southwest.
I'll put my swords away.
And Shakuna's pulls his crossbow away.
All right, I think it's safe for you to come down.
And all of a sudden, you hear a bang, clang, coming from inside, and then you hear the voice call out, "I'm okay. I'll be out in a moment."
I'm just gonna look to everyone. So she didn't die to the manticore, but she almost dies to falling downstairs. Great, awesome. She will totally make it back to the village. Okay.
This must certainly be a halfling.
I am gonna have to carry her, ain't I? You said so right in the beginning. You said so. I didn't believe you. No.
I'm hoping it doesn't come to that, but it really did sound like she fell down every single stair that she's ever possessed in her entire life. So yes, I think it will have to come down to that. Then I'll start walking up towards the windmill.
Then the door to the windmill opens, and Adabra kind of like hobbles out a little bit. She seems to have a bit of a limp, and she says, "Well, thank you for convincing that manticore to leave. I was, it certainly was frightening. I wasn't sure if I was gonna see the end of the day or not."
Is she hobbling because like she sprained something? Can I possibly take a look at that to make it not hobble anymore?
Yeah, it definitely seems like she probably like twisted her ankle or something.
Could I make like a kind of just a not a splint, like a compressor around her ankle so we can make it so she doesn't hobble all the way back to town?
Well, so she kind of like rests on the open door. So I assume then you want to approach her to like
Yeah,
inspect
I would
her?
approach and I'd just hold out some gauze essentially and be like, "May I?"
Well, I'm certainly capable of doing that myself, being midwife, apothecary, general healer.
Oh, by all means, I don't want to intrude. You looked moderately in pain.
So what has brought you out to Umbridge Hill aside from rescuing me from a manticore? Is Harbin insisting that I come back to Fandolin?
It's
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the second one. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
Harbin is a coward and a fool.
I would agree with you on
True.
that.
However, he's paying us to convince you to come back. So,
So I'm one of his quests now, am I? Well,
So it would seem.
I'll, I, I'll tell you what. I have no desire to go back to Fandlin, but I'll give you a note that you can give to Harbin. That says that I'm doing quite fine by myself out here, and I'm sure he will accept that because
Will he?
yes, he will
Well,
because
he did say that he needed you in town before he'd pay us, which is something that I was very keen to pick up on almost immediately. So I don't think the note will cut it.
He thinks it's too dangerous with the dragon flying around.
Because you see, I'd take the note, but then we're going to go all the way back there, and then he'll be like, well, this isn't good enough for me. I'm not paying you money. And the money's the really only thing I care about. So we'd have to come all the way back out here, and then you'd yell at us again, and we'd have to bring you all the way back kicking and screaming. We could just cut out that whole middleman and bring you back kicking and screaming now. It'll be great. You just
I'll
sit with
tell
one of my friends. We're good.
I'll tell you this: if there is one person in this world that Harbin will listen to, it is me. And if I
Yep.
give you a note with my signet, then he will be resigned to give you that reward. And if he doesn't, then you come back here, and I will give you rewards of potions myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 100%.
Potions.
I don't have a
Oh,
problem with
I,
that.
I see that has caught your attention.
Yeah, I like money. Yes, potions are money. That's great.
Well,
Yes, something. Go ahead.
no. To be either provided potions by you or to be provided the gold by the townsman, whom seems completely untrustworthy, but by the light of fear of being burned by the white dragon, of course. But I will accept the potion. And Shakunas looks to the others and just go, are we in agreement?
Thumbs up.
Like, one of the things on my list of stuff to buy is potions. So, I mean,
I mean,
if he doesn't accept the note, then what are we out? We're out a walk, an hour's 2 hours walk. We'll have to come back. I don't think that's really that big of a deal for especially a healing potion. Actually, what kind of potions do you have up in there?
healing potions mostly.
Well, all right then.
I could perhaps even make a poison or two if you were so inclined.
I have no interest in that, but perhaps one of my more roguish compatriots would.
I would not decline upon the poison. I would very much like one. And we have just rescued you from the manticore, of which we just slay the dragon that has been flowing around nearby. We may have to resort to slaying the manticore. So, if granted, that we will be given the potion and the poison, it would help us a lot, and it would provide you the more freedom to do whatever you so desire upon your life.
So you're saying that I should give you some of my potions and whatnot now for free for rescuing me?
No,
Well,
of course.
considering we rescued you, is that really free?
Well, I suppose that would be appropriately compensatory. Uh, let me go rummage around and see what I can find. She turns around and she goes back into the windmill, but leaves the door open.
It was very smooth talking. I like free stuff. This was excellent.
Well, with Unshakunis, I thought she was going to tell you to fuck off.
So is you guys just staying outside, or is anyone following her in?
I will stay outside and just open up my book and sit down.
Okay.
I
In the
will.
dirt.
I will most likely follow her in. To
Okay.
receive.
All
I'm going
right.
to stay outside and just keep an eye out to see if the Manicore comes back.
I'm also going to stand outside.
Okay. Um. So the inside of the windmill, the main floor, is filled with herbs and poultices and all manner of ingredients for potion making. Um, and Adabra is rummaging through some cupboards just above the floor at the back, and you hear some clanking of bottles, and then she kind of like pops back up and kind of like again kind of favors her one foot. She says, "Ah, so you followed me in, did you?"
Well, it would be worse if one of us remained by your side in case there would be any more trouble from the Manticore.
Well, anyway, there are four of you, correct?
Yeah, correct. There are four of us, yes.
All right. Well, I'll give you uh I have just enough here already produced that I can give each of you one potion of healing. Um, if you ever come back my way again, then you can certainly buy some more from me.
Well, appreciate the gift, miss. And Shkunas takes the potion and he looks around. Particularly looks upon the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Say, do you always gather so much during? Because once you came down, we heard quite a tumble. Do you never leave your home or?
Oh no, I come and go quite often. It was just happenstance. I'm sure I'll be fine in a day. I think I just twisted my ankle, you know.
Very well, very well. But well, once more, we appreciate the potions and do you have the note? So were they given the note outside, or were they given the
Ah,
notes?
yes, just let me write that note. And she goes over to a table and uh, grabs a quill and dabs it in some ink and starts writing. And about a minute later, um, she finishes and she uh, blots the ink and she folds up the piece of paper. She goes over and finds some wax and she puts it on the paper and then she stamps it and she hands it to you and she says, "Here you go."
And Shkunas takes it and just bows a nod to the lady and just walks out to the rest of the group and hands a potion each to the party.
All right, and Adabra has like followed you to the door and then just kind of like stays at the door and like leans on the door frame and she says, "Well, is that making you all happy now? Thanks again for saving me from the Manticore."
It
Hey.
makes us happy in that we hope that the note shall make the townsman happy, and it shall make you happy to not be with him.
All right.
And
Once
thank
again,
you so much for the potions.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well,
and so we wander back towards town, I believe, right? Oop.
Real quick, what potions did she give us?
so you each got a singular potion of healing.
A regular.
Yeah, regular.
So that's what is that? 1d4 plus 4.
Uh, a regular potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right. So are you guys heading back to Phandalin, or do you want to try to continue on to one of your other destinations?
What was the next one that was closest?
The one that would probably be closest to here would be Nomengard.
That's right.
That was the gnomes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will let the party decide for me. I'm
Yeah,
all.
if we don't have to take her back, then we might as well just go on to the next where the gnomes are.
Yes, I agree. It would be the most efficient, I guess. I come back with 2 quests instead of 1, or even the 3.
Be
We're
nice for
already
you to do
out.
all 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So from what I understand, you guys just want to continue on to Nomengard then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long do we have left of the session for tonight?
I would say another 30 minutes, maybe. Or
Yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be happy to call it here too if you need to take off.
I wouldn't mind getting some proper sleep before I head up for cinema later on.
All right.
So I wouldn't mind. And I want to get some. Well, I don't mind really, but it would be nice if it's okay with the rest of you people.
Oh yeah.
I
It's
mean,
okay with me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I feel like we've got a surprising amount accomplished tonight. A lot more than I thought we would. So.
Yeah, well, at least somebody didn't have to go. Well, suddenly have to had some problems or the weather. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have to ask this out of curiosity. How's the weather right now at your end, Shadow Mage?
Much better. As opposed to being minus 40, it is now minus 4.
Oh, that's not so bad. Just under freezing.
Yeah.
What? Oh, actually, it's -7 here. Oh, it feels like -14 with the wind chill though.
All right. So, I mean, if you guys are good with calling it for the end of our inaugural session, I'm quite happy to do so. So, why don't we do our wrap up, and we'll start then down at the bottom with Kilobyte. You want to say anything? How do you think tonight went? Where can people find you online? All that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty good. I'm enjoying playing a character who is good at talking his way out of things, because I usually play characters that just hit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure I'll get plenty of opportunity to do that as well. So that's been kind of cool. And online, let's see. Well, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/kilobyte, which is with a 0, and also on twitter.com/kilobyte with a 0 and a 3. Like,
Yeah, I just.
just put it up there on chat. And my website's on there too, scottgonline.ca, which I don't update super often, but.
All right. Do you, I can, since I am the keeper of the bot, I can put your Twitch in there too, because you're back to streaming occasionally now then, or?
Yeah, I haven't in like the last week or so, just because I've been really tired and busy. But generally, I'm streaming like 3 days a week.
Okay. Any kind of schedule, or just kind of as it happens?
I used to try to do Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but my Mondays are now kind of occupied, so I think it's going to be Sunday, Wednesday, Fridays in the afternoons.
Okay, cool.
Usually try to be on by usually 1:30 to 2 Central, and I go till about 6 o'clock.
All right. Well, everyone should go follow Kilobyte if for some reason you are not already. He's
And if you aren't, what the hell's up with that?
Yeah. All right, Echo. How do you think tonight went?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the story. This one says, yeah, it's crazy. It's my first ever. Yeah, I probably said it that's like 1,000 times, but yeah, it's my first time doing a proper D&D campaign. It's very exciting and it's very fulfilling. I have to say, I'm feeling the buzz. I'm probably gonna play some Never the Nights of Baldur's Gate during this week, probably because of this. But yeah, I am looking forward to do some more. I probably gonna have to watch some Rise of Tiamat VODs to learn more on the Russian accent than GC talks about because
Right.
it is a bitch to do. Besides the bloody Scottish, I can do so properly well.
Well,
But yeah, I had a good time. I loved it, and I had a blast doing the D&D with you folks. And where do the folks find me next? That's actually probably next time I'm gonna do this, which probably will be in 2 weeks because. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at echoalpha_x5 and on Twitch, which I auto host many lovely viewers, many lovely streamers, including Kilobyte, including Chronowolf, including so many who are Argonauts here on the channel and so forth. And I guess I probably will be adding our newest player to our newest Argonaut as well, New Quarters, as an honorary jester. But yeah, I wish to thank everybody who has accepted me as part of this campaign and me as part of an Argonaut. It's fun, and I may for the next time do a special stream introduction, which I haven't done in quite a while, and I try to take my time doing them, but it's always backburners. So I'm always doing them. On the last minutes. So, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else. No, I can't. No,
Okay.
so I'm gonna toss a quarter up to Mr. No Quarter Hoodie Boy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tonight went great. It's weird to play another character. It's weird to play another character because I've only ever played the one so much, and he is a very bossy war cleric, and I'm used to hitting things and kind of just pushing my party around. So it's nice to not and to kind of sit more in the back, or at least try to. It's very hard to kind of shake that. I liked it. I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm excited for the next one. As for where you can find me, I'll probably actually be streaming sometime after this on NoQuarter_TV. You can find me there on Twitch or Twitter. I try to update stuff on Twitter and when I'm streaming. I stream Monday through Thursday between like 9 to 10 p.m. all the way till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Eastern time. And then Sundays we do D&D if we can all manage it. But one of our party members had a child recently, so it's been very hard to kind of wrangle everyone together. And then, of course, every other Sunday I'm here. Wednesday. There we go. That's my very myriad of things. So, yeah, thank you. And I'll pass that right on up.
All right. I am Rockod. Like I said, usually you can find me over there. You can also find me at my Instagram, which is mdrewzion on Instagram. I enjoyed tonight. I really liked it. Like Hoodie said, it's interesting playing a different kind of character because this character is completely different than the last one that I played. The last one that I spent like a year playing was more like Kilobyte's character. So it's like, very charismatic, talk your way out of it, kind of, like charmer. Whereas this character is more like a curmudgeonly old asshole. I'm having fun with it, so
well,
I
good,
like it.
Good.
If I may come in there for a moment,
okay.
during one of the D&D reviewers that Arvin does every other month. So next month is going to be another round of D&D reviewers. But there was one D&D reviewers that we did a while back. I believe it was during the Christmas of 2018. Yeah. Me and Raka, we played clerics together, I do believe.
No, you played a cleric. I played a rogue.
Ah.
I remember that. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And so we played once before, and it's fun to do this, and I've been meaning to probably, and one of the things I have absolutely thought nothing of doing was actually a backstory, because having a backstory to a character it's kind of crucial to do in the D&D. But I feel like the dynamic we had back then has actually helped me to yes, I just spoke Norwegian there. På en måte means in a way, in Norwegian. Anyway, that the bacon incident at the inn was, I was like, I could use this. So I did pay 2 silver for all that bacon. God, boy, you better hide your pigs, boy. Otherwise, this lad boy's gonna eat it all up. But I can feel some serious fun happening with this crew of people. I have to say, I started watching Arv doing the Rise of Tiamat campaign, and then I watched COG D&D, and people, you do not want to miss this. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
so
I am.
I'll give a big. I want to see some hypes in chat for our DM Shadow Mage. Go, come on.
Woohoo.
I want to see some hypes. Please, hype. Otherwise, I'm gonna force me to spam it. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Once I got some of the tech issues sorted out tonight, I thought tonight went really well. I'm looking forward to doing this again in 2 weeks, and hopefully I'll have the all of the OBS and Roll20 stuff under control and better understood by then, and we can have a good, proper session, and probably maybe even see some combat next time. So should be good. I'm very excited to see how everyone's characters evolve.
Well, we had some combat tonight, just orally.
True. Yeah. Verbal sparring.
And then suddenly they probably scared a peasant half to death while minor, but that persuaded him not to die.
Well, all right. So I think that's it for us for tonight. So good night, everyone. I will sign off the stream.
See you in 2 weeks.
And remember, peeps, Esper Genesis this coming Friday at, I believe it is.
Yeah. All of the ARV commands.
Yeah, if you want to do just do exclamation mark ARV things to have all the list, and exclamation mark ARV shop for the merchandise for Esper Genesis and for for the curses. Well, ARV shop for the Infinite and Beyond, and Esper Genesis soon to be, I believe, and then there's the Adventures from Middle Earth items, and yeah. Pretty soon we'll have more D&D on the shop. So yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And on the Saturday that'll be Curse of Strahd at 1900 hours EDT.
Okay. Yeah.
And if anybody is curious about the time zones, just DM me on the Twitch, and I will happily give out the time zones, because, well, watching too many views, too many streams, that's me all stored in the folder in my bloody brain.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Echo. I almost forgot to plug all of that stuff. So good. All right. So this is good night, and I am switching stuff over now.